Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, yesterday we got the big reveal for Season 2. And regardless to say whether you liked the Season 2 roadmap or you didn't like it, I think a lot of people, and from what I've seen across Twitter and other social media platforms, people are simply disappointed with Season 2. And this could be for many reasons. First of all, Season 2 is delayed, which made people expect even more. And a lot of the things that we got are, well, remakes. They're things that have already been in previous Call of Duty games that are just making a return within Modern Warfare 2. But I am disappointed for a different reason. And in fact, I actually streamed earlier today. My Twitch is linked down in the description if you ever want to catch a future stream. And I actually uploaded a stream highlight to my second channel, which is also linked down in the description, where I was talking about Season 2. And I wasn't originally going to make this video on this channel, but what I decided to do is kind of put it more succinctly together and describe my actual opinions of what I think about Season 2 and explain why I think a lot of people are straight up disappointed with what we have learned so far. And mainly it comes down to multiplayer, but if we actually look at the advertising and have a look at what is actually coming, there's very two different sides to this story, and that is kind of what I wanted to get across. So if we start by going in and looking at the roadmap, this roadmap is essentially two different things. There is the Warzone and DMZ side of it, and there is the multiplayer and paid for side of it, if you will. So let's start out with the Warzone and DMZ side of it. So this is literally half of the roadmap. This is the way that I'm going to do this, and you'll see why as we move through. Half of the roadmap, this half looks really, really good. There is a lot new here. There's a lot of excitement here. There's a lot of good things, thumbs ups in my books, a lot of great things. You have Ashika Island, which is the new Resurgence map, as well as the new Resurgence playlist. They didn't go too much in depth as far as what this Resurgence mode is actually going to look like, which is very strange to me. We don't know the player count. We don't know if there's going to be pings. We don't know what loadouts are going to look like, whether you have to buy them, whether they just drop in. We don't know. They didn't give us details on it, but it is coming. People are excited for it. We're getting a new map, and it's a new DMZ location as well. In conjunction with this, we are getting the Path of Ronin challenges, which is how you are going to unlock the crossbow, which is one of the new weapons. Again, big thumbs up in my book. Now, as we go through this, we find out about some other things as well. They put in under new features, the 1v1 gulag, which is not a new feature whatsoever. We had that in Warzone 1. If anything, it should be labeled as an old feature that's making a return. We'll get to more of that in a second. But then on top of that, we have redeploy drones, which again is not really a new feature. They had redeploy balloons. The difference with these ones, they move around the map. So if they're in the zone, they're going to move into the zone, and you can use them throughout the game. There's also new public events, contracts, things like that. Another new system is the restore honor mechanic. When you die, you drop a dog tag once a game, gives your team money, and also gives them a UAV ping, which is interesting. It's cool. I don't think it's going to be game changing by any means. But all of those things are good. They're thumbs up. They're solid things that they're adding into Warzone. DMZ comes around. They are also adding in Ashika Island. They're adding in a new boss. They're adding in a new weapons case and a new faction. Now that new faction isn't really free. It's not a part of the Warzone DMZ free play nature of the game. You have to own Modern Warfare 2 to actually get access to that. So really, it should be a part of the Modern Warfare 2 features. Speaking of which, let's move over to the other side of things. So as far as the other side of things go, we have Modern Warfare 2. So the first thing we're getting is ranked play. Big thumbs up. Probably should have been there at launch. I think whatever the next Call of Duty game is, there needs to be a ranked play at launch. If they want to promote ranked play, they want to make this a more competitive style game, it needs to be there at launch. It can't come out 2 seasons after the fact. But hey, it's coming. Big thumbs up. The Raid, there's a new episode coming mid-season. Big thumbs up. Fantastic. This is where things go downhill. I'm going to go to the maps last, but let's go to the modes. So at launch, we have Infected, Gun Game, and Grind. These are essentially party games. Gun Game and Infected are essentially party games, and Grind is one that I probably won't play whatsoever. But they are new game modes. They're modes that people definitely like. They are coming into the game. And then we have Drop Zone, All or Nothing, and One in the Chamber coming throughout the season. This is good. This is good stuff to add in, but we haven't really seen new playlists that much throughout the last 3-4 months of the game since it's really released. These should have been things that are already coming out, and they're making them big features within Season 2. However, personally, I don't think this is a big deal. After this, we have the multiplayer maps. So as far as the maps go, we have two 6v6 maps, Dome and Museum. Dome is from Modern Warfare 3, has been remade a bunch of times. It is not a bad map. It is a good map, but it is a remake. And then there's Museum, which was in the beta. So let's just take that one, for example. If we were paying for this DLC, they would not be able to re-release this. This was a map that we thought was being launched with the full game. Turned out something went wrong with it. There was a lawsuit, something went on. It was not in the full game, which means they are, I don't know if they're editing it, they're changing it, or they're just re-releasing it, but they're stating it as a new feature coming to the game. It's not. We've played it before. It was in the beta of the game. If this was paid for DLC, they would not be able to do this. But because it is free DLC for everyone, they're releasing it as new content. If it was back in the day where you bought a weapon and 4 new maps with every single season, they weren't seasons back then, but with DLC drop, they couldn't release this map. People would be upset. They would want their money back for it. But we can't because it's free. And then there's the 2 new battle maps. Big thumbs up in my books. Battle maps are good, but not my cup of tea. So of course, if you're a 6v6 player, if you paid $70 for this game, you're going to be disappointed because most people probably play 6v6 and most people aren't getting anything new here. Nothing. These are remake maps. One of them was a map that was just in the game. We have not received a new map yet at all since the game launched. Months and months later, nothing new. Now, we can move down, look beneath that, the new weapons. Big thumbs up in my book. I'm glad with the weapons they're adding. Assault rifle, shotgun, crossbow, and then a marksman rifle as well. But then we get into the operators. There is one new operator here. This new operator is Ronin. Ronin's a cool character. I like Ronin as a character. He has a cool backstory in real life. What he doesn't have is a good story in the game. He is not really connected to the overall Modern Warfare story whatsoever, like at all. So they add him in, it doesn't amplify the story of the game whatsoever. Not to mention, he is the only operator, only new operator labeled in the season. The other 2 are skins for Rose and Nova. No other new operators. Now, this comes back to the disappointment side of things. I said it in my stream earlier. I said it in the stream highlights. When Modern Warfare 2 was released, they had the gaming community. Everyone was playing this game. Everyone was excited for Warzone 2. They lacked on updates. People dropped off the game. To get people to come back, they need things that are new and exciting. Ronin and remake maps are not going to do that. Now, if I was making the game and I was planning release season content, what I would have done is I would have implemented some bad characters. They have really good characters who they could implement that would draw people in. They have bad characters. They have Hadir. They have Khalid al-Assad. They have Vladimir Makarov. They have General Shepard. And on top of that, we haven't even touched the good guys. They have Alex. They have Vargas. We have Valeria, who's kind of a bad guy. But all of these characters are in the story for Call of Duty and not in the multiplayer, are not in Warzone. And they have them. They have them at their fingertips. But they're not putting them into the story for reasons. I would love to know why. It's right there. People would love it. Just put it in the game. But no, we get one operator, we get remake maps, and that is essentially it. Now, I don't want to take away with what they are doing for Warzone. Warzone's getting a new map. Warzone's getting new content. DMZ is getting new missions. There's a lot there. What isn't there is multiplayer content. And it's there. There's multiplayer maps built into El Mazrah. They're just not putting them into the game. And it's confusing to me because the thing that people paid for, Modern Warfare 2, is the thing that is not getting content. The thing that is free is what is getting content, which tells me that Warzone is making bundles more money than the game that people paid for is. Yet, they made like, what, $1.8 billion off the initial sale of the game? So it's just confusing to me. And the word of the day is disappointment because there's so much opportunity. This is the most I have enjoyed multiplayer in years. I like the camo grind. I like playing the game, but when nothing new comes out that is worth anything, what is the point of still playing, especially when other games are being released and other things are coming to fruition? So, am I excited for Season 2? Yeah, I'm going to really, really enjoy playing DMZ. I'm going to enjoy the new Resurgence map. But the thing that I want to do, play some 6v6 and enjoy some new maps, probably isn't going to happen on my behalf. And as you know, I like the story of the game. It doesn't appear as though we're getting a good addition to the story until the next raid. I'm waiting to see what the cinematic for Season 2 is, but I'm guessing they're just going to introduce Ronin and it's not going to add to the story at all. But we'll see. Maybe they'll add an Ashika Island with Shadow Company. Maybe General Shepard will be in there. Maybe I'll be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But brace yourself to not have that. That was a rant. That was a rant. We went on for a while there. I'm curious what you guys think. It's a very different video than the ones I normally make. So if you like this kind of thing, you want to see more rants like this one, hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. Check out my second channel where you can see kind of like an unfiltered version of this. It'll be linked down in the description. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of Season 2 down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Got a story video coming tomorrow. See you then. Peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard.